Up next, we have got Kratos versus Asura. Um, I think I'm gonna go with Kratos for this fight. I mean, Ashura has done some crazy ass shit. I mean, if you have not played Ashura's Wrath, I highly recommend you go and play that game. That is it is a banger. Um, but Kratos' whole thing is killing gods and deities and super oppressive mythical, monsters and beings and shit that just defy logic. Um, so I think he's gonna win just because he's got the advantage of that. But Ashura might be able to end up pulling out a win if he gets angry enough. That is his thing. There's a reason the game is called Ashura's Wrath. The angrier he gets, like the more powerful he gets, like the fucking Hulk.
Kratos versus Asura.
The Ghost of Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor. Cause sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz
Yeah.
and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. In the beginning, the Primordials waged.
All official material related to a character is applied to analysis unless found contradictory to the primary source material. Certain alternate media, for example, B is for boy, and creator statements are only applicable as far as they are supported by the primary source material.
War across existence, a series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang.
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus's strikes, the stars were spawned, and so forth. Thus, the world itself was born from violence.
Starting the whole messy cycle, Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own son, Kratos.
All right, so check
Yeah.
this out. If you're struggling with debt over
Bro, I do not
$6,000
care. That
and
was
living
the
in
worst
Canada,
time
you
to
could save
interrupt.
As a classic bastard.
Alrighty. Part god, part mortal, over 1,000 years old, 7'8" or 233.68 centimeters. Also known as the Ghost of Sparta, the god of war, and the marked warrior. Likes Arcturus, olives, Mimir and his family. Dislikes selfish gods, sliding puzzles, and Sackboy. He doesn't want to talk about it.
Child of Zeus, Kratos was left among Spartan mortals, far exceeding all among him. He became a fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours. A deal was made, and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the Ghost of Sparta.
So, he was kinda understandably really pissed off.
Yeah.
Time for a new god of war. The gods
I mean,
were
dude
grabbing
got him to
their
kill his
togas in
family.
fear as the new god of war took out his rage on all of them. And got some new gear out of it, too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's
Alright, here we go. Weapons. Greek weapons. Arms of Sparta. Barbarian hammer. Blade of Artemis. Blade of Chaos. Blade of Olympus. Eye of Atlantis. Gauntlet of Zeus. Golden Fleece. Head of Uriel. Head of Medusa. Icarus wings. Poseidon's trident. Scourge of Aeneas. Spear of Destiny. Sun shield. Typhon's bane. And a lot more. Norse. Leviathan axe. Draupnir spear, relics, sword hilts, talismans, and more. Shields. He's got the Dauntless Shield, the Guardian Shield, the Onslaught Shield, the Shatterstar Shield, and the Stonewall Shield. And Rage. He has his Spartan Rage, Valor, and Wrath.
wings, Kratos dominated both sea and sky. He also has a tendency to carry powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades could steal souls, even the soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos, nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the Titan of Strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light, a frankly incomprehensible feat.
Then there's Daddy Zeus,
who proved a serious challenge, until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon, the
Blade of Olympus.
It can make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It siphons godly energy.
Kratos regained the Blade of Olympus in God of War Valhalla, and was able to summon it afterwards. Mjolnir described it as a memory of your past made manifest.
And could pull enough to even kill Zeus. Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet, he couldn't be any more depressed.
His wife
Yeah.
and daughter were still gone. What was he to do?
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook, especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again! But hey, it wasn't Kratos' fault this time. And
Or
Faye left
was
the
it?
tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan Axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's imbued with ice magic and a poison even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Asir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic, and Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir Ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all types of energy and blast it back. He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the World Tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest
Yeah.
to free the Norse world,
Killed most of the Greek pantheon, climbed out of the underworld after dying multiple times, forced Atlas to hold up the universe forever, killed Kronos, who overthrew the creator of the Greek universe, released hope into the Greek and Norse realms, survived being thrown across the planet, reconciled with his past to become a better god, defeated Atlas, Hercules, Zeus, Thor, and Odin, and fought Shovel Knight to a standstill.
Kratos reclaimed old weapons by reckoning with his past sins, even taking up the Blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Kratos made
What?
a lifetime of mistakes, but this future would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past. Not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
Bro.
Pay more attention than me when I hear my own song come on. Imagine advertising to that audience.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood,
Rob
get
standard distribution.
to funds and count interest only to long ago a demigod.
All official material related to a character is applied to analysis unless found contradictory to primary source material. Certain alternate media, for example, Asura's Wrath Kai and other creator statements, are only applicable as far as they are supported by the primary source material.
God fell from the heavens, only to rise from the depths of Naraka after 12,000 years.
After 12,000 years,
No.
he's free to punch everything dumb enough to get in his way. He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Alongside 7 other demigods.
Age 12,500, or 28 physically. Is a demigod, father of Mithra and husband of Durga. Former member of the 8 Guardian Generals, likes family, Yasha, hot springs, and QTEs. Dislikes 7 deities, Chakravartin, hearing his daughter cry. Chosen inheritor of the universe, and yeah, they should definitely put him in a Marvel vs. Capcom game. That would rock, bro.
Generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma, dark spirit monsters infesting the world.
And the demigods battled the Goma by wielding a mystic energy formed from human prayer, mantra.
By advancing technology with mantra, the Guardian Generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each
What?
harness mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping
Fucking
into his
wrath.
wrath, Asura can take many forms for battle, like the 6-armed Vajra, a state powerful enough to subdue the embodiment of the planet's will and the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
But he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right? Right?
Funny you should say that.
People are dumb.
Damn it.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In
No.
myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter.
And a father.
Mithra,
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge mantra energy.
which gave Asura's prideful commander, Deus, an idea. If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian Generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously, Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So
Yeah.
Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife, kidnapped Mithra,
Bro.
and then just straight up killed him. What a dick.
But true
Yeah,
to his nature,
beginning of those
Asura
games
was
suck.
literally too angry to die.
Both beginning of this game and God of War, man. Just get fucked over all the time.
So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between life and death. Thanks to some coaxing from a strange golden spider, he
Hey.
did just that, with an all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah, they're
By
calling
punching
themselves
the
gods
fuck
now.
out of them.
Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising
Yeah.
enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen.
Who could dwarf the planet and wreck it with just a finger. Look at this!
Asura is so powerful, his soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly.
Enhances his strength, speed, durability, and stamina, rapid fire and homing charge projectiles, energy spirals, waves, and explosions, mantra arm, propelled flight, mantra wrath, one of 8 mantra affinities, increases his strength the angrier he gets, manifests fire via his mantra, resurrection, and enables his transformations. He also has a mantra reactor.
Harden his fist to break steel, fire explosive energy blasts.
And headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode, he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that.
Yeah.
But he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid. Like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then the gods killed that girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna happen?
It's like, I don't know what their plan was here.
Mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels.
Vajra Asura, metallized arms. 6-armed Vajra Asura, 6 metallized arms. Berserker Asura, 4 mantra arms with mantra bolts and beams. Wrath Asura, mantra Asura, has supercharged metallized arms. And Asura the Destructor, planet-sized and capable of interstellar flight.
So high, even he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his rebel.
Sorry, what happened?
Wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high, even he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again! Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst, then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms! His mantra form, finally, a power capable of killing Vlitra in a big planet-busting blast!
Deus was defeated, and Gaia was saved. Yet,
It has a giant hole in it though, right?
Title drop!
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra and the entire universe.
I needed cash back.
And they're evil as fuck,
got
right?
approved and walked out with money. It was
That's how this story went, if I remember right.
Watch closely and find our logo. Support your favorite team. Your offer is ready. Watch all the World Cup matches.
Bro, I do not care about soccer. I cannot stress that enough. Sports are shit. They suck.
And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it! That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter
Obviously.
the mantra reactor.
The mantra reactor focuses Asura's affinity with full control, bypassing any detrimental effects such as his wrath form to ascend to a far greater power.
Capable of holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was. His rage was
he was
really
a shield
to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet! Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars!
Chakravartin was
annihilated planets and stars, rescued Mithra after 12,500 plus years of suffering, shredded through an army of Goma without his arms, made August draw his sword for the 2nd time ever, Defeated Wyzon, August, Deuce, Goma, Beltra, Yasha, and Chakobarton. Brought Akuma/Oni to a standstill in the DLC.
Incredibly impressed and offered Asura a chance to take his place.
I don't know if it was
Asura
really DLC,
smiled
but
at
that's
the
what it
offer
feels like.
and extended his arm.
Right into Chakra's face, as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin dead, so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu, right in the balls.
It's interesting. Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything. All because of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay. Now
Yeah.
that's a god I can get behind. This battle is sponsored by Price. Bill everyone look for
Last game, they to get
yeah, but
run your set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
it's time for a dad battle!
One crazy ass fucking death battle. Shit is about to go down. Kratos, the god of war. Where the fuck are we now?
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But
Wrathful deity Asura.
you do not want this fight.
Right, but fighting's all he knows. Still time to call this off. You guys don't have to do this. Yeah, I didn't think so. Damn. Oh shit. Oh. Got his ass. 6-armed Vajra Ashura.
I'm Vera Ziegler, and they call me the Tifo Queen.
Bro, I don't care what they call you. Damn, dude pulled the fucking Dragon Ball Z shit.
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before. Shut up!
You really listen to him. He's trying to help you. I guess we're gonna have to do this the hard way. Damn, why does this feel so emotional too, man? This music, great job. Oh, here he comes. Oh, blew off his arms. It's not gonna stop him though. Uh-oh. He made her cry. is it. It's gonna be where it's decided. I still think Kratos is gonna win, but Asura is definitely gonna give it his all.
This is not my end!
Asura, the Destructor. Sorry, dude, but I don't think you can win this one. No matter how angry you get, beating people like you is just Kratos' bread and butter. It's what he was made to do. Oh shit. He's doing what Asura did in the fucking game. Except he did it with like one punch. Asura took like 1,000.
Not earned me yet, Titan!
Yeah, death doesn't deserve Kratos.
But you deserve a worthy end!
Sorry it's gotta go down like this, man. But it's game over. Yeah, that's what I figured. Sorry, man.
You are a monster no longer.
Never was.
I never was.
You better look after his kid for him, you dick. Really? You're just gonna walk away? Ah, cool, Kratos.
KO! Well, I guess Asura's wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance, speed seems like a shoo-in for Asura. Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean
Fair.
he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're
Right.
looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is
Kratos directly defeated Atlas in combat, who had just recently captured Helios, further supporting the notion that Kratos outspeeds Helios.
emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's
If Asura were to destroy the planet Kratos was on, he could survive in outer space, as shown in his battle with Ares. This event is further further supported as non-illusionary in God of War 2 and its novelization.
consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed matter if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover
Fair enough.
experience. Asura lived across centuries.
You can run as fast
obviously
as
a
you
lot
want.
longer than
It doesn't
Kratos.
matter if
And
you
while
can't
Kratos
fucking see
eventually
where you're
learned
going.
to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura
Yeah.
easily takes experience. But when it comes to versatility, he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
No way.
Sure, Asura's quite skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole
Punch,
lot of
punch,
punching.
and punch
Kratos'
some more.
weapons, magic, runes, relics, and
Kratos' time-slowing powers would enable a safer approach, gaining a significant edge. Chakravartin's own time manipulation did affect Asura, indicating that it is a vulnerability.
Even his rage gave him far more options in combat, slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energies, like Mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all.
A god of war ascension, Hades and his warriors empower themselves with souls represented as green orbs. The blade of Olympus drained Kratos of his green orbs in God of War 2, supporting the notion that it could absorb mantra, a similar form of spiritual energy.
His mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this.
Despite Ashura's soul being resistant to manipulation, mantra energy has been harnessed and forcibly controlled before, such as with the mantra reactor.
For good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could, Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match.
In the manga, Ashura's wrath is so immense that he's able to survive without his core and outspace Zeus's absorption method, regenerating immediately. Kratos' multiple sources of absorptions can drain, being stronger than Asura, suggesting Asura would eventually succumb. Keeping his body parts separated is also a viable counter in that continuity, which Kratos should be capable of.
Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do. If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely
Holy
impressive
shit.
and unfathomable.
Yeah, that's insane. So how did he lose?
However,
Jesus.
the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what
Yeah.
really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined, which we see in-game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only...
Throughout the game, Kratos directly interacts with the tree and collects dew from its branches. In Norse mythology, Yggdrasil is generally considered an ash tree. However, God of War Cookbook of the Nine Realms describes it as a yew tree, which is slightly less dense than ash. Okay.
1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above. Shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
That's almost
Damn.
100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction.
Yeah.
This isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios'
all the
speed
time.
matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But
Like
hey,
I said,
King
this
Gum,
shit's
if
his
you
bread
give
and
us
butter.
Asura's Wrath too, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Asura's The Sun Rises. The God of Wrath
I mean-
was Kratos.
The winner.
I'd play
is
Ashura's Wrath
Kratos.
too, that'd be awesome.
But what if?
Yeah, I think they have the alternate ending for this one. Oh, he got back up. This is for making his daughter cry. Bitch. Yeah, QTE for the win. God damn. Can finally be at peace, man. Aw, it's his daughter.
And that concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time on